Kamala Harris has highlighted the disparity between the growing population of Indian Americans and their underrepresentation in elected positions. The US Vice President has said, while there has been increased participation from Indian Americans in the electoral process, the numbers still don't reflect the size of the US growing population. Currently, there are 5 elected Indian American members of the Congress: Dr. Amy Bera, Raja Krishnamurthy, Ro Khanna, Pramila Jayapal, and Sri Thanedar.
This election coming up in 6 months, I think, is presenting a question to each of us, which is what kind of world do we want to live in, and what kind of country do we want to live in? And one of the ways that we answer that question is to seek office and to participate in elections, knowing that the outcome of those elections matter in fundamental ways. Elections matter. And so I will offer then, offer just a bit of advice for those who are thinking about running for office. Can I see a show of hands? Who's thinking about running for office? Who's in the process of running for office? Who wants to run for office one day? Okay, so there are a number of people. Okay, look at that. You know, over the years, we've had so much more participation by Indian Americans in the electoral process running for office.
Well, Indian Americans are the second largest immigrant community and fastest growing in many states across the United States. But joining us for a quick comment at the moment, Ajay Jain Bhadoria, the DNC Deputy Finance Chair. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhadoria, for making time for us on the World 24/7. In this tight presidential race in the US, Indian American voters could be the decisive margin of victory in key races across the US, right?
Absolutely. Indian Americans could be the margin of victory in the battleground states of Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Nevada, Arizona, and Georgia. And as you said, Indian Americans are one of the fastest growing population. They're almost 4.4 million people. They are single largest in the Asian group. If we combine Chinese in the multiracial, then we are the second. And
yes,
over a decade, we have seen almost 55% growth from where we are today. And from one member of Congress 10 years back, we have almost 5 members of Congress, Samosa members of Congress, the names you highlighted: Ro Khanna, Sri Thanedar, Raja, and Amy Bera. An interesting fact is that Sri Thanedar won from Michigan, which does not have large number of Indian population. Same thing for Pramila Jayapal, etc. So we are seeing, and there are almost 50 state legislators, from state senate to state assembly to mayors and city councils and across different cities. So we are seeing large number of people running for office. Vice President Kamala Harris rightly said that the numbers don't reflect. And as a second generation or third generation Indian Americans who are born here, they're shifting their careers from engineers to doctors to entrepreneurs. They're shifting into politics, and that's a good thing. Now we are seeing someone with the last name Patel or Mehta being a common name running for Congress from different places. So this is a very good thing. We are seeing more and more people running for school boards to city councils to mayors and keep growing. So that's a good thing, and I think we'll have more people occupying the office. One more thing. But
Mr. Bhadoria, I just want to ask, is it a stereotype or is there some substance to the view that Indian Americans are still overwhelmingly democratic? Many say they're passionate about immigration and discrimination, issues where their positions more frequently align with those of Democrats.
Yeah, I mean, majority of Indian Americans, I would say 75 to 80% are Democrats, and they 75 to 80% voted for President Biden in 2020, and I hope they will be having larger number of people voting for President Biden. Of course, immigration is one of the most important issue related to Indian Americans with the green card backlog, and I'm working on fighting on that. We got H-1B visa stamping done in US, and we are continuously to get employment authorization card for everybody in the green card backlog. That's in progress. But the other issues are also Indian Americans are important: education, economic development, and healthcare, as well as issues related to identity and the religion. So those are important as well, and more and more people are getting involved, and that's wonderful to see that.
Well, Kamala Harris has highlighted the disparity though, so here's hoping going ahead that the growing population of Indian Americans are better represented as far as elected positions are concerned. As always, Mr. Bhutoria, thank you so much for joining us and making time for us on The World 24/7.
Thank you.